sometimes certain people are just gifted with certain things.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh
like
yeah.
I do believe like sometimes if you don't use that gift that God, because sometimes we code that stuff and we don't know why we super talented or good at this one thing. So when I don't know, I just feel like it's God, and
Yeah.
I don't know how I did it. Like
Yes,
it's just God.
exactly.
So it's like
Exactly.
sometimes I believe like if you don't use your gift or your talent, sometimes He removed them gifts or talent and He had to use
Exactly.
another vessel. So it sounds like to me from the outside looking in, and I don't know you personally, that you turn your light down a little bit, not a lot, to where you're not seen, but I feel like you throttle yourself a little bit to not
Yeah.
offend others. Because honestly, what I would like to see, just as an experiment, even if you just did it for a year or two, just pop it at your highest level.
Yeah.
Don't worry about offending people. It'd be different. It'd be different if you didn't have the skills to back it up, or
Yeah.
the talent,
Yeah.
or either the work ethic or the passion. Like you got all these things enough. I ain't gonna just cause your skill set like and you so humble. Cause I know I didn't hit you up a few times like dang that's cold like on the cuts like this cold. You like oh yeah thank you. I'm like dang she's that's it like she like you just cold
Yeah.
like
Thank
you should be
you.
popping it more. So that
I
makes me wonder
try.
like as far as your light is you or do you ever dim it sometimes to not make other
Um.
people around you feel uncomfortable? Like it's
Now, I would say there was definitely a time that I did. There was a time that I very much was trying to play out somebody else's dream and journey, and I wanted to help them and, do what was best for them without realizing that it definitely wasn't what was meant for me and definitely wasn't what was best for me. And so there was a time that I kind of very much like dim myself down to fit a certain I would say like me shifting into becoming independent and in my business and really growing into some of my potential, and like I have so much further to go, I know I'm really just getting started with where I'm going to end up, so really just beginning to grow into my potential. But um through that I kind of realized that it's all, I would play it all to like the mindset that I've had in my God-given natural gifts. I feel very blessed that he's gifted me with natural gifts that can serve a purpose and have meaning. I'm a very artistic, creative person, and I've had that ever since I was younger. And so, as far as my skills and everything goes, um, I've done so much work on educating myself and gaining the knowledge that I need to be able to execute things. But then there's also of artistic view that if you don't have that, it's just not going to be the same. And I guess for a time I definitely kind of minimized, like I was like, oh, that's not,
all right. Let's
that's not. And then I realized, okay, I care, I take the time, I see the detail, that's not everybody,
yeah.
And as far as, there's so much that I'm like, I ain't shit, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we're all human,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I do not see myself in a high, like in any better light than I see looking at the next person over. Like
You see why I asked that question?
there's so much beautifulness
See,
in
it
one's.
sounds. See, there you go. It seems that's why I asked that because, all right, from the outside looking in,
Yeah.
especially what you about to say now, it sounds like you dimming your light like a little bit,
Yeah.
just so you can stay on level with everyone else. Let me finish. And the reason I say that because sometimes certain people are just gifted with certain things.
Oh yeah.
And like I do believe like sometimes if you don't use that gift that God, because sometimes we code that stuff and we don't know why we super talented or good at this one thing. So when I don't know, I just feel like it's God. And I don't know how I did it. Like
Yes,
it's just God.
exactly,
So it's like I
exactly.
believe like if you don't use your gift or your talent, sometimes He removes them gifts or talent and He had to use
Exactly.
another vessel. So it sounds like to me from the outside looking in, and I don't know you personally, that you turn your light down a little bit, not a lot, to where you're not seen, but I feel like you throttle yourself a little bit to not offend others. Because honestly, what I would like to see, just as an experiment, even if you just did it for a year or two, just pop it at your highest level.
Yeah.
Don't worry about offending people. It'd be different. It'd be different if you didn't have the skills to back it up, or the talent, or either the work ethic or the passion. Like you got all these things. You have people that's maybe talented, but they're not as passionate. They just gifted with talent. Or if people, you may have people that's talented and have such a passion and drive,
Yeah.
but they don't have the work ethic. Or you may have somebody with the work ethic and they don't have the talent or the passion. You got all that. And also, like you said, you got the look too. Like we can't be upset because okay, this is what I look like and this is what I was talented with. You gotta think about your whole story that you started off with for the first hour. You giving me your background story, everything your parents went through, all the siblings you was raised with, your whole pregnancy and
And there's
childbirth.
also I didn't throw in there. I lived in Mexico for 3 years.
We're gonna get into that. So I'm saying you got all these trials and tribulations, and now you doing something. You got a skill, something that you're gifted with, and you're not putting your foot, the pedal to the floor with it, because it's like okay, well, everybody else is just as good too, and they care just as much about their work and they do well. Man, I'm just gonna play it safe here, and and without you saying it, I'm gonna put words in your mouth. It's like because I don't want to offend nobody and make it seem like I'm better. It don't. If that's what people feel like, it's some people that like that feel like they better, but it's like you haven't done anything to feel like that. Like you gotta be deserved. Like
Well, for me, it's like I definitely know I do not portray myself enough. I do not show myself enough as far as the full extent of who I am as a human and my depth in that. I do not. And that's something I've been kind of pushing myself to do a little bit more of, and I'm trying. That's why I was so excited about this, because I'm like, I have all this content. I was so excited about this because there are so many things that, I mean, you look at me, you would never guess or think, and it shaped me into who I am today. And I think there's such a beautiful aspect in being so unique, and I think everybody is so beautiful in their own uniqueness, you know, like not one person is the same. Not one person can do it like you do it. Like no matter how much people try to replicate or do the same, like at the end of the day, they'll never be you. and you'll never be anybody else. And I think there's so much power in individuality. And a lot of people, I feel like, look at their individuality, like what sets them apart, what makes them different, and sees it as a negative. Whereas a lot of the things that, you know, I think it's amazing and beautiful that there's such a vast spectrum of different types of humans, different types of brains, the way that people work, the talents. And I think if some people would get less caught up in trying to fill the role of what other people are filling and fill the role of themselves, they'd be a lot happier.
For more content like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Iron Chat Strong.